This video will be very useful for advanced players. The Elo rating is 1500, 1600 minimum FIDE. Okay, and I will show you how to play with black, very important, with black against Zukertort system. Zukertort system. So it's but maybe some ideas will be useful only for even for white's uh, fans. So for those who like to play Zukertort with white color. Okay, but of course it's the main idea of this video is for black players. Okay, Zukertort system. Typical move order is e4 e6 and now e3. So instead of c4 on the second move, white plays knight to f3 and then e3. So and usually Zukertort, how to say? I want to say Zukertort fans, Zukertort's. Okay, those players who like to play Zukertort system with white, they make this move order, no matter d4, d5, or so it's not important for them. Yeah, it's d4, d5, or d4, knight f6, knight f3, e6. Same thing. They play this setup. Yeah, and what is the idea? The idea behind of this move is, for example, what is the main idea? The main idea is white want to occupy this e5 square, and then play e4, and then queen f3, queen h3, and to create strong attack on the king side. The reason that white control central square e5, this knight is very strong, and also white have very good, very strong bishop on d3, which attack king side, which attack h7 square. So, and yeah, I saw a lot of games in the amateur level. So a lot of games which was played by my students that black suffered a lot in this system. I don't know why, but so what to do? How to deal with this with black? And this is and my recommend. There are a lot of good options for black, but I recommend you to play, for example, if you start with knight f6 e6, you can play d5 here. It's not a problem. Or for example, if you start with d5 and you saw this position, you saw the e3 move. Of course, it is a good idea to play bishop g4 or c5, yeah. But I recommend you to play here e6. It's not important move order. Then bishop to d3, and now very important that c5 move. The idea that if white doesn't want to play c4, so we play this move. We make this move with black. So if white doesn't want to attack d5 square, central square, we attack d4 central square with black. This is very logical in chess. If your opponent doesn't want to occupy the center with white, we occupy the center with black. This is a very typical idea for many openings. The same here, c5, yeah. Now it's quite important moment. White has a not strong players usually play short castle here. And this is an inaccuracy. This is not good move here. In this position, black has a very strong option. Sorry for the c4. Very strong option c4. And then after bishop e2, this bishop is very basic. We can play just b5, and black has a lot of space. And okay, let me show you the game. Why this is a okay. I will show you this later in the second part of the video. Yeah, why this is position, how to play this position with black. Here I want to focus on the main line and the main position. And usually main line arises after b3. After b3 arises main line. So this is a more accurate move. b3. I want to avoid this c4. Again, in this position, it's not the only option here. Knight to c6, yeah, which I recommend you. Also, very interesting option is just take and then bishop b4. I don't want to show you this. I don't want to show you this system in this video, but maybe if it is interesting, write in the comments under the video, and I will next video. Next video I will cover this line. Here I want to cover the main line, the most principal. Okay, knight to c6, a3. Oh, okay, it's usually this, then this, knight to d2, b6, and white has to play this, because if white play knight to e5, we have a very strong option, knight to b4. This is quite unpleasant. Maybe not here, maybe even after rook c8, for example. Queen f3, we always have this knight b4, and now this is okay. There is no bishop e2. We take this, and okay, and if black win this bishop, uh, I say win because this is very important piece in this position. This is the one of the strongest piece in white's position. Very important piece. This bishop d3. Without this bishop, white position is very bad, and the whole system is senseless without this d3 bishop. For this reason, a3 very important move, and in this game it was played here. No, not important. So let me show you this position, bishop b7. Yeah, this is a very important position. So it looks like some Queen's Indian defense, but with opposite color. Yeah. So, and in this position, what is important to remember with black? What is the important moment? Very important moment, that this maneuver, knight to e7. Knight to e7. Okay, queen f7, and then knight to e7. Very important move. This is, you have to remember this, knight to e7. Why? Why this? Because black want to fight for this square. And in this position, if white take under control this square, black has very bad position, because this b7 bishop is bad. For example, c takes d4, e takes d4, knight to 7, then queen to e2, and for example, I don't know. So white take under control this square. This is very bad position. Then g4, g5 attack, and yeah, but also very important for white's players here not to play c4, because c4 favors black's side, because in case of c4, black just can take on c4, and now this bishop is very strong. In case of c4, take d takes c4, b takes c4, this bishop is fantastic. For example, this. So this is a very, very big positional blunder, c4 for white side. Yeah, and the problem that, of course, white doesn't play c4, white plays rook e1, c3, and then just to improve the pieces and to prepare for the g4, g5 attack on the king side. So, uh, what I want to say. Yeah, and this is the main idea of white in this setup. So, okay, before I continue, I want to make some. I want to say that if somebody wants to take lessons, if you're an advanced player, if you want to achieve some, you have some goal, you can write me. Write me to email. I send in the description my email. And if you want to improve your chess, you can send me mail, and I will be happy to help you to improve your chess, to increase rating or something else. I have a big experience in this. So knight to e7. What to do? Queen to e2, for example, and this is a not good move because now I just knight to e4 after knight to e4. So we take under control this square, and black is better already here. And why black is better here? Logical question. Why? The point that this knight on e5 is not so e5 is not a weak square because we have f6 move always, and this is a problem. And now if I don't, it's difficult for black for white to create some counterplay. And what to do with this knight? What to do with this knight? So in this game was played this, take, then we take, then knight to e5. What to do? This so if white wants to keep this bishop, then bishop c5, and difficult to protect this weak pawn on e3. This is a problem that white has a weak pawn on e3, weak square on e4, and this is a problem with this setup for white's players. This is why that's why this opening is not popular nowadays in high level, and even in grandmaster level it's not popular opening. So problematic pawn, and if and difficult for white to take under control e4 square. But without e4 square, difficult to create attack on the king side. This is a problem. So this is a take, knight to 5. Already black is better here. Another example is it was played rook f3 in this position. Again, knight to e4, take under control the square, occupy the square with knight, rook to h3, c takes d4, e takes d4, and now f6 is possible, but much stronger is knight to g6. And there is no attack on the king side. For instance, queen to h5, h6, knight take g6, take with queen, rook into f6, queen to g4. So just take the knight, and okay, it's winning position for black because no attack, and black has black win the piece. So the next moment important in this line. So the next example is, yeah, very important, that knight e4 and then f6 is maybe not immediately, but black always has this idea, and for this reason no chances to create any attack on the king side for white. So, and you see this bishop is problematic, is a big problem for and also this pawn on this is a big problem in the future for white. So next example. So in this position, this is slightly better version for white. I recommend you not to be in a hurry to take on d4. But okay, even this position is good for black. For example, queen to e2. Rook c7 is very important idea. Rook is now queen c8. I want to play knight e4, and then take on c2. Okay, this is my idea. And also sometimes it's very dangerous and very unpleasant for black this idea to sacrifice quality on c2. And despite the fact that Uh, white has a white win the quality. Um, it's enough compensation for black. And again, no counterplay, no attack on the king side. So this is also very, very important idea, this sacrifice of this rook. So what else? What else? Knight to g6 was played in the game, but yeah, I like 95. I like in this position. Also very good idea, 95. What is the idea behind of this move? One of the idea is just to transfer this knight to d6 square. From a5 to d6, bishop to e7, knight to d6, and then occupy uh, e4 squared. But in this game, and then very strong recommendation, just now sacrifice the quality on c2, then knight to e4, and this, again, this is very, very good position for black. Um, I think that it's enough. It's enough about this position. It's for the YouTube video. It's much more enough. Okay, I think that these basic ideas will help you, of course. Of course. From my point, why I recommend you this move order, because this is very easy to remember. Very easy to remember. Logical moves: bishop to d6, knight to c6, bishop to b7. Knight to e5, yeah, and then knight to e7. Okay, a few words about the beginning of the video and this position. This is what is the reason why short castle is even worse than b3. Yeah, but this position is very, very strange for white, because now black has a lot of space advantage. The bishop is on e2, and of course there is no idea to attack on the king side. For example, I will show you the game between very strong players. Yeah, just very logical. The same. The knight to e7, take under control e4 squared, same ideas. Yeah, and this idea is already okay. It was even better was a5 than to improve this bishop, and you see the position that the knight with the knight is on e4, terrible. Black has fantastic bishops. Even the bishop b7 is good after bishop a6. Black has control under e4 square, and it's bigger positional advantage. Okay, the game was played this. And now this position, it was played by Valejo Pons. He blundered a little bit. He played f6 immediately here. But much better was knight to e5 to attack this bishop, bishop to f2, and then bishop e7. And this is a very, very big positional advantage. So I think that it's much more than okay. A few words. I also in this video, this was some bonus. That few words about Zukertort system. Not Zukertort, Colle system. Another move order, c3 move here. What about this? And here I try to understand. One of my students lost in this position very, very easily game. Very, very. He was lost very fast. And okay, I try to understand what was the reason. What was the reason? Because he played quite logically. He played the same knight to c6, bishop to d6. But then in some moment, his opponent just, I think, take on c5 and then before. So another idea. It looks like Slav defense with opposite color bishops. It's like Miran variation with opposite color bishop. What to do in this case? In this case, and here very important, very easy to remember. The knight goes to d7 and the bishop goes to e7. So now there is no this idea, because it's senseless now. Before it's bad. Another idea also in Colle system is just to play e4 in some mode. And here again, you see, if the bishop was on d6, then we have this bishop g5 was possible in case of the bishop on g6. But here it's impossible because the bishop is on e7 and we can just take on e4. So, and then this we have just take, I don't know, b6, bishop b7, queen to d5, rook c8, fantastic position.